Helping an abused child. Abuse has taken place. Now what do? Firstly, always call 911 in an emergency. However, if you're faced with a situation where a child comes to you with information and it is not an emergency, there's not imminent danger, you may call your local non-emergency law enforcement number rather than 911. This is true for abuse that is being reported many years after it has occurred. But be aware that there is a statute of limitations on this crime, and that varies by state. For more information, for more support, for answering your questions about child sexual abuse that has occurred, if you are unsure about whether to make an official report or if you just need support, there are two national organizations that you can contact: the National Children's Alliance at ncaonline.org, or you can call their toll-free number. There's also Child Help USA if you have questions about suspected child abuse. You can call their National Child Abuse Hotline at 1-800-4A-CHILD. I will repeat these numbers and addresses at the end of this presentation. So helping an abused child who has come to you and has reported sexual abuse. When that happens, remain calm. Do not overreact. Everything in your being is going to want to overreact, but it's very important for the child and for the legal process to remain calm. Also, believe the child. False reports of sexual abuse made by children are extremely rare. Limit the number of people who talk to the child about the incident to maintain clarity of events should it go to court. And from an investigative standpoint, it is very important that any adult who talks to children about abuse not give them any adult words for genitalia or what has happened to them, words such as rape, sexual assault, penetration, etc., or ask them leading questions. Again, ask direct, not leading or probing questions. It is recommended that parents not ask any questions, but only listen if the child volunteers information. The perpetrator should not be confronted until law enforcement has been contacted. This is because the perpetrator could flee, the perpetrator could hurt himself, the perpetrator could hurt the victim. So leave the contact to law enforcement. So in summary, believe the child, listen, and do not fill in words. And don't minimize what they have to say. It is very important. Finally, reassure the child that it is not their fault. This is very important. And what does the Bible have to say about all of this? Civil authority is very important. Paul in Romans says, "Everyone must submit to the governing authorities, for there is no authority except from God, and those that exist are instituted by God." Submitting to civil authority is important. He continues in Romans 13, "For government is God's servant, an avenger that brings wrath on the one who does wrong. Therefore you must submit, not only because of wrath, but also because of your conscience." Here are those phone numbers and web addresses again that we mentioned earlier. The National Children's Alliance and Child Help USA. And of course, you can contact us at the Balm of Gilead if you have further questions or would like more information.